I was at my son's house in Denver, apartment in Denver, and he invited me out one morning to see the sunrise. And of course, to see the sunrise, you got to get out of your bed early in the morning, like 5:36. And I'm like, I'm not going to not take that invitation from my son because it could be a real special moment. And that was a special time. And I'm like, maybe he needed it just as well as I did. That was just a moment in my life that I thought. And I went home and I said, It was on my heart. So I started writing. And that's what I'm going to help you try to do today. Here are some tips on ways to create authentic poetry in real life events with real life experiences and connections. And then recording the real. Ideas from all around: city, family, arts, pictures, memories, pain, triumph, sadness, obstacles, past events. So that's kind of what we're going to do, is talk about that. Can someone here talk to me about what you might want to say about your poetry, or what makes you want to write?
I'm writing about my past, but also the present.
Okay.
My book is mostly poems that I wrote after I went through a divorce. But I'm also writing what I'm thinking now as well, so I'm saving those for another collection.
Oh, awesome. All right. And so what makes you want to share? What makes you, if you're writing, what makes you want to write? Or maybe if you're not writing, what would inspire you to write? Anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Okay.
Just write and speak life. Whatever's happening at that time. I can be inspired by kids running through water or the ice cream truck, just whatever. So that's kind of my thing. I just write and speak life.
That's beautiful. And I think a lot of people might be afraid of writing, but they might have trauma in their life. And so sometimes it's hard to write about that. And but this was a love letter about me. I'm not going to read it, about me. So that's something I also do, is stories. And so those stories are very important. Don't overlook the poetry, rhyming, or whatever you might want to call it, with not being able to tell your story. And so I wanted to talk about that. So the next thing is, what catches your eye? It says, come up with a title for your poem, and what do you want others to hear? So then it says, write it out. Use any of the above formats. Remember, it is all about what is in your heart and in your mind. And then, so when you're writing, I just want you to know that you can just write simple phrases like this. So it doesn't have to be elaborate. This is by Sean. Sorry. It says, you must play the tune of non-being yourself. 9 summits collapse, 8 oceans go dry. That was someone's poem. And it says, like, this one's empty-handed, I entered the world. Barefoot, I leave it. My coming, my going, 2 simple happenings that got entangled. So that, just like that. You can also go to get things out of your magazines. You can use cards that you see that shows you something you want to write about. This is a phrase. It's called the end. Maybe somebody might want to, this is the end. You can take this. You can put it on your paper. I have glue. You can write about that. Maybe you want to talk about something this might inspire you. Just pictures around your house or something like that. Okay. Go ahead and share.
The guardian of drowning apostles. The broad and undefined expanse of surface tension. My Lord gives the command, and the sky holsters its artillery. If I tell the ocean's depths to quiet, whose tongue is swallowed then? One time, young James made a mockery of the seldom rain by walking just an average pace. Try this. Now, across the ripples. Peter carried a small blade off of the bow for fear he would meet something worth a toil beneath. That's the missing swim lesson. What stops the lungs? Be not afraid of what can drown the body. Be afraid of whatever kept you on the boat.
All right. You always celebrate. Always celebrate a rhyme, a poem, any poem. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Oh, sure.
My inspiration is actually when you brought out these vines.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of ivy. I've always liked the idea of how ivy is a very forceful thing.
Right.
No matter how many times you pull it, it's going to keep growing however it chooses. Because I do deal with some anxiety sometimes, and I kind of feel like I have to slink in the background a bit and But I'm getting to a point where I'm very much just myself. I've kind of always been like, whatever, but I'm starting to show that to other people now.
Okay.
So that's the inspiration behind
Okay. All right.
All right, so I called it green. In the shadows, on a wall, I climb unseen. The cracks invite me. I'm slowly creeping. I don't appear to be mean. Dark green. Here, I'm accepted. Not poison, not invasive, not creeping. Only me. Fresh, reaching wherever feels right. Wanting just a touch of the light, a yellowish green. The roughness is okay here. But that light is so inviting. I can do it, By force despite the fire that once consumed me. Tug at the corners of these walls. Spread fierce and far like the force I can be. Impactful and polite, but still green.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. So that's amazing. So just like that made my day. And if that was what this was all about, then I'm happy, because I want you all to know that in your private moments, to pick up that pen, get your little tablets, and start writing. And if you want to go further, like some of our friends here, and get your poetry out there, start going to poetry activities, inspired in poetry activities, and don't be afraid to share.